Have you experienced the awesome power of the Panasonic Real 3DO system? Obviously.
Presenting 3DO, the most advanced home gaming system in the universe. It's time to put away your toys.
3DO from Panasonic, Gold Star, and Creative Labs. A new low price and free games.
Mind-blowing graphics of Panasonic Real 3DO. 3DO.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 3DO Experience, the 3DO retrospective podcast where we talk about the 3DO console, the company, and everything in between. I am Bill, this is Thrak, and we have a third guest with us today. How you doing, Aaron?
Hi, I'm good. I'm about to slam this entire can of NOS and just ramble on and on and on about this game. No spoilers.
Well, before we go on, Bill didn't give him a proper introduction. This is Aaron, formerly the co-host, but now the true host of the SuperPod Saga, the most chaotic gaming podcast on the internet, which is why you all should listen to it.
Next to maybe gaming together.
Yeah, that one's pretty crazy too.
Yeah, they are. I've listened to I can't name any of the episodes I've listened to of Gaming Together, not Gaming Together, Gaming and Collecting, but like holy shit, yeah. I need to slam more of this NOS.
Well, while you're doing that, how are you doing, Bill?
I'm doing great. I'm partially hungover for this episode, but that's fine because the game we're talking about isn't that crazy. The Daytona 500 happened yesterday, and I got really drunk. And
yeah, they pushed it to Monday, so this man got drunk on a Monday.
Oh my fucking god! I really want to see drunk NASCAR, Bill. I bet that's a hoot. You've got like,
you kind of saw him last night in your chat. You notice how we had the sports chat in the main chat, not the sports chat last night.
Yeah, with Jeff. Holy shit, you guys are going off about NASCAR, bro.
Yeah, you need to live stream it. Like, we need to see this happen.
Oh, dude,
you sitting on your couch.
There's like great. 4 crock pots all over you. There's like one that's like little smokies. There's like 3 kinds of dip, and like one is just
one of them's full of beer, and he just has a straw and he's just sucking it.
Warm beer.
Warm beer. Yes.
Oh,
but how are you doing, Aaron?
I'm doing pretty well, man. A little teeny bit tired, but yeah, I'm doing well. Hope you guys are too.
Good. Yeah. I've been like depressed the last few days, but today I listened to a whole bunch of Carly Rae Jepsen, and now I'm not sad anymore.
Nice.
I don't know what that lady does, but how she does it, but she makes some great music, and it uplifted me a bit. Finally listened to her new records, like the last 2, and one of them's okay, but the most recent one is fantastic. The Loveliest Time. I recommend it. Fucking banger the whole way.
I've been on a goddamn Beatles binge for like the last 4 days. Thanks to a conversation we had with our buddy Slade. There's your mention, Slade. But anyways, so yeah,
just digging the shit out of Yellow Submarine, aren't you?
I really like Rubber Soul. I forgot just how much I enjoyed that record.
It's all right. It's one of those that it's like right in the middle. So there are some good tunes, some experimental stuff, but some other stuff I just don't give a shit about. Like, I don't know why people like Drive My Car. I'll never understand that as long as I live. But then like songs like The Word, that's a great track. Norwegian Wood, of course. Even Run for Your Life's not bad for it being kind of weird.
Yeah,
I don't know any Beatles albums at all. Which one's the one where they're walking across the street? Which one is that?
That's Abbey Road.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's been like kind of fun going back to them because you really realize just how great they were musically.
Yeah.
Now I'm kind of back in my regular, just kind of whatever the shuffle takes me through kind of music at the moment. But
fair enough. I can't stand the people who just like hate on them because they think it's like the cool thing to do. Or it's trying to be like, oh, I know so much more about music. That's why I don't care for them. And it's like, guys, you either they don't get it or they're just trying too hard to be contrarian,
I agree, man. It's so much more fun to shit on bands that actually suck, like Buck Cherry.
Oh
It's so much
God, I could.
easier to
Oh,
shit on Buck Cherry or uh what's the other one that's just like them?
there's a lot of
I
them. There's a
can't think
lot
of
of
it.
those kind of bands.
It's just
Like
really
Jane's Addiction.
Jane's Addiction isn't so bad.
Their
Yeah.
first album's pretty good. I'll
It's
give
just
them
it's
that.
the band name I threw out there.
not as bad as fucking the Bad Girlfriend song or what's that other one? Crazy Bitch. That's a stupid song.
Well, I mean, we got the normal punching bags like Nickelback and Creed, but let's be real, they're not actually that bad.
They're not that good either.
They're not, but they're not like the worst thing ever.
Like, I think there's like a whole documentary being made about Nickelback right now that's just basically about the hate. But from what I know, it doesn't actually explain why people should like them. You know?
Yeah.
Because we lived through the whole time where like they were the easy joke, right? Like everybody made the joke, bad music, Nickelback, haha, right? And now we're living through this era where people are trying to make them like, oh, maybe they weren't so bad, right? People are trying to make that argument now. I'm in the camp. They were always bad. They were always bad. They always will be bad. Like, let's just leave it, okay? Like, I can't stand Chad Kroger's voice at all.
Fair.
And most of those songs, like, they just get worse. Like their first record, their first like the pre-big one from like 01 or whatever, those ones are okay. But then it's like once they got big, they realized, oh, this is the formula, and then they just kind of regurgitate it over and over and over again. And then they tried to do one kind of weird pop record in the 2010s or something. It was very weird.
No Fixed Address. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that's a weird album. And
They did? I
yeah,
don't know that one at all.
well,
Up real fast.
well, if you're curious, I'm a big fan of Todd in the Shadows, and he has a whole series called Train Records, which is about records that were so bad they ruined bands' careers. And he did one on that one recently. He finally did a Nickelback video, and it was great. It's not his best Train Records, but I really enjoyed it.
Oh, you know what? That's the first thing that came up as soon as I looked up Nickelback, No Fixed Address, Train Records. Yeah.
Yes. That whole series is great. Like the one he did on Katy Perry's record, I forget what it's called, but that one's really good. Because I remember living through that, like Katy Perry's, like the beginning of the term flop era. You know.
Damn. That the genres for this fucking album are all over the place. So there's post grunge, hard rock, and then there's dance rock, and then pop rock. I've never heard of dance rock before.
There's one track on there that tries to be kind of dancey. It tries to have like that. It's like Nickelback trying to play EDM with no synths or whatever. It's essentially the best way. It's them trying to make a club track, and it is very strange. Like apparently it had a little bit of TikTok virality recently. You know, a little bit, but yeah, I still don't get it. I don't get why people are ride and die for them, but whatever.
Oh, the other shit I was trying to think of earlier, the other garbage that people should hate because it's actually bad is like all that's like what was the word for it? Like that the emo rap shit, like Blood on the Dance Floor.
Oh
And
God,
what's the other one?
I call it the attic era. That kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
rough.
it was we're like 90% the people who played in those bands or groups or whatever were sexual predators, more or less.
Oh, you mean like Lost Prophets?
Yeah. Or Broken Side. Broken Side is the other one. Broken
Yeah,
Side is
Broken Side was
really terrible.
I remember that. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. But anyways, so yeah, the our topic for this episode kind of let's just say this one was kind of Aaron's fault. So so you might remember we did a poll a while back going over some potential puzzle games that we could talk about, and Icebreaker won, but we had two other choices there. We did cover the Incredible Machine after, and we had a joke entry on there as well, which Aaron was pulling for very hard.
Was it at Aaron's suggestion we threw that one in there?
No, I think I threw it in there as a joke just to see if anyone would vote for it.
Okay.
And Aaron came right to its defense. So We kind of decided after he also ran the charge for balls and forced us to play that
dude.
piece of shit.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna be honest. When I came in and I was like gung ho for Shanghai Triple Threat, Triple Threat, I was like, dude, this sounds like some kind of cool action cop shooter. I had no idea what the fuck it was.
Sounds
I
like
was
a Jackie Chan movie.
Yeah, exactly. Shanghai Triple Threat. I thought it was gonna be like 3 cops from Shanghai. Well, is Shanghai China? Who cares? 3 cops from
yes, it is.
Shanghai. They're fucking and clucking their way through Shanghai, and I don't know.
Clucking? What?
Yeah, dude.
Well, let's be
I don't
fair.
know.
This cover art is pretty unassuming. Like when I saw this the first time, I knew nothing about it. I thought it was like some sort of beat 'em up or something.
Of course you own this game.
Oh yeah. So fun fact, I bought it on eBay and they said it was complete, and I got the disc and the manual, and apparently this is complete. So
Yeah, they're about 80% there.
they're missing the box, but
Yeah.
I
I
paid
went on
a whopping $5 for this. So
Well, I went on eBay, looked at the prices for this, and just went, no. It's like between 10 and $20 now. And I'm like, I'm not spending.
Or you get the Saturn version for $40.
Well,
hooray.
well, I don't even have a Saturn, so that'd be even better.
That's true, but this isn't the Saturn experience, so fuck that.
If only. Then we could do like an Odyssey on like. They give me a reason to play Panzer Dragoon.
Yeah.
Ooh, or Nights into Dreams. Oh my god.
Yeah, a very divisive game.
People hate it.
Some
Why do
people
hate
fucking hate Knights. I know people who hate Knights.
That's stupid. They're stupid. I'm just kidding. They're not stupid, but like it's a good game. I love it.
I can see why it's polarizing. It is a very polarizing experience. I like it.
Yeah.
I have the Wii Knights down there, and it's probably the best one, I'd say.
Aside from like the 2 platforming levels where you play as like just the kids, everything else
Yeah,
about that
those
game
are
is pretty
bullshit.
good.
The rest of it, yeah, it feels more like what they wanted Knights to be, but they just didn't have the tech yet.
So Shanghai Triple Threat, for those who don't know, this game, if you couldn't tell by Thrax's little banner over there, this game is literally Mahjong. Like that's all it is. It is like the most basic Mahjong game ever.
Yes, this was the era before when computers were a thing, but they weren't everywhere yet. And I think, wasn't it Windows 95 that first introduced like having solitaire?
Yes.
Just like pre-installed on your computer. And it still exists now, but weirdly enough, it exists now under like the Xbox banner. So if you have an Xbox account like I do, and you have like Game Pass or whatever, like playing this game counts as like playing a game on Game Pass. It has achievements, and it's crazy. I play that solitaire every day, and I'm curious to how many hours I've put into it. In fact, let me check real quick because it's not too far in. Here it is. Let's see. I've played it for 3 days, 15 hours, and 29 minutes.
Jesus H. Christ. How many
So
hours do you think that is?
Well,
I guess that's like what, 24 times 3? I don't know.
That's
A lot.
70. That's 72. So like over 80 hours.
God damn.
Well, I like solitaire, and
Yeah,
plus
Solitaire's good.
well, it has like leveling. It like every game's a fucking RPG. It has like levels and like challenges, and I try to like get the achievements and all this other crazy shit. It is crazy. Like just go on your computer and get like it's called Solitaire and Casual Games. So it also has like Mahjong in there and everything. And if you're like me and you try to do the reward points every day to try to eventually redeem Xbox gift cards, easy way to do it is just play Solitaire every day.
Isn't it? Then that's on the. So this is on the Xbox app, isn't it? Or the Game Pass app?
I think if you have Game Pass for PC, you can download it straight from there. But if you have Game Pass Ultimate, you have Game Pass for PC as well.
So what's fun about this game is you can tell how little information there is about it, because if you go on the Wikipedia page, they have the release date for the 3DO version as 1994, but they only give the Japanese release date, not the American release date.
And they show the North American box art.
Yep. Also, this game came out on PlayStation and Saturn, as Aaron mentioned, along with the PC 98 and FM Towns computer system. So
And the
that's cool.
X68,000.
The old Marty FM towns. You gotta bust out the Marty to play some Shanghai Triple Threat.
You damn right.
Marty, I need to bust out the computer to play my Mahjong games.
You know what the FM towns and the 3DO have in common in Japan?
Nothing. I don't know.
Shanghai Triple Threat.
Well, but they were also a haven for porn games. So
All right.
Shanghai Triple Threat.
All right. That's a different type of porn
shit.
game, Triple Threat.
So in Japan, this game's known as
shit.
Shanghai the Great Wall. And in America, it's Shanghai Triple Threat.
Doesn't make any goddamn sense. Like,
yeah.
Like, and on the box art, I think it says 3 new games, 3 new ways to play, plus classic Shanghai. And I'm like, I didn't go too deep. Let's be honest. I just played a couple rounds of Mahjong, and I was like, yep, this is what I expected. Because, like, there's barely any menus. You know, like, you just start and you're just playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to change anything, you have to, like, go into the menu during the game. Which is very weird.
So this game was developed by a company called Success. I love that name. Just
how
Success.
ironic.
They still
Where
exist.
are they now? I'm gonna look
They
it up
still
real fast.
exist.
Success.
So they're mostly known for a series called Cotton, which is a series
shit.
of shoot 'em ups.
Yeah, the witch on the broomstick.
Yep. They also made the Zookeeper series.
Oh, and Umihara Kawase. Holy shit.
Their most recent game is Touch Detective, Rena, and the Fungi Case File on Nintendo Switch, released in 2022.
They also did the Dark Spire and Stranglehold. What the fuck?
They did Kingdom Hearts Chi. Is that how that's pronounced? The web browser one?
Yep.
I didn't know there was a web browser one.
It has like the X, but it's not pronounced X. It's pronounced Chi.
And guys, most importantly, they did Shanghai on the Wii.
Oh, hell yes. This is a perfect Wii game right here.
God.
So what's fun is I was reading the manual because I have the manual. And there isn't like any sort of like plot synopsis because I mean that would be something if there was.
There's a plot?
But, no. But we do get the history of Shanghai.
Oh, cool.
Like the Shanghai region of Japan? Or China? Sorry.
The game series.
Oh.
Because this is like a long-running series that has been going on since 1986. And there was like the original Shanghai. There was Shanghai 2, Shanghai 2 Dragon's Eye, Shanghai 3, and then Shanghai Triple Threat.
Well, it's the fourth game in the series. It's not the Triple Threat.
Yeah, they kind of stopped numbering them, and then they've just been kind of putting them out as Shanghai.
Like every game series, they give up numbering it after a while.
Yeah. And another thing I found really interesting, too, is just looking through the manual, is this game, believe it or not, is one of the few games out there that's compatible with the 3DO mouse.
Ooh, that makes sense.
Which, honestly, playing it would have made this so much easier.
Yeah, if I remember, the mouse is expensive.
Yeah, and they're hard to find.
Yeah, because shockingly, nobody bought them.
So, Aaron, how much of Shanghai did you play?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I played 2 matches. I'm not at all. I had never played Mahjong at all until I played this. So I went into it thinking, oh, it's just gonna be like dominoes. And then it piled up all the fucking shit into a pile, and I was like, oh, so it's not dominoes. And then I tried to make matches, and it was like, you cannot do that, you cannot do that. So I had to look up a guide on Mahjong. And I was like, oh, they have to be able to move from the left or right or whatever. And then it all clicked into place, and I was like, oh, this is fun. And then I got stuck because I'm pretty sure I fucked up a few pieces here and there, and I got mad and quit. And then I tried it a second time, did the same thing, got stuck. They got mad and quit.
But at least
you never finished a round. You
No.
never got rid of all that. Okay.
No.
But at least you had that bopping music in the background just to keep you going.
Yeah, dude, and the picture, the 300p photo of like the Great Wall of China in the background or whatever, that was pretty cool. Or if that's even what that was, there was like that
I think it
really
was.
low res picture of something in the background the whole time.
I think it was the Great Wall of China, which would make sense with the Japanese title, the Great Wall.
The great.
Yeah, it was like graphically, like this game
Graphic.
looks fine. I get. I'm trying to
Oh
dig.
God. Yeah, look
This
at that
game is
ray tracing on those tiles, man. Wow.
This game is Mahjong. I'm trying to get as much as I can out of it.
You can download this game on My Abandonware, by the way. So if
Ooh.
viewers out there want to play the better version, because you can use a mouse.
Yeah, graphically, this game looks fine. It's literally Mahjong. Control wise, it's a little irritating because you got to use the D-pad, and the 3DO D-pad is not amazing, as we've discussed previously.
Yeah, I played this game on emulator. Don't sue me, success. And using the 8-bit Do controller I had for the D-pad. Yeah, it's playing this game with a D-pad isn't the most satisfying thing in the world, but it does the job. It's nothing crazy.
I like how the you could change the pointer finger to like a magic wand, or
Yeah.
I forget what the other shit was. I only ever used the finger or the magic wand, but that they didn't have to do that, but that was kind of cool. I mean, cool.
There's
9 out of 10.
There's occasionally the little animations on the tiles when you get rid of them.
Yeah.
There might be a reason
swirl.
for it. I'm not sure, but every time I saw it, it's like, oh, that's cute.
Sometimes they'd crumble. Sometimes they'd just like get obliterated into nothing. Like,
Yeah.
just fun, goofy shit.
Oh yeah, they tried what they could to make it like have some pizzazz, I guess, but it's Mahjong. Like, what the fuck, man?
That's a word I haven't heard in a long time. Pizzazz. Okay, I haven't heard that since the little pizza cooker infomercial thing. Pizzazz. Remember that fucking thing?
I think I do. Yeah, you can't
Oh,
spell
man.
as without pizza.
That's true. Or as. One thing that was kind of like a little weird for me about the game, I played it on my little Anbernic handheld, so the screen isn't like it's tiny. It's about like maybe that tall, like that wide.
Which
So,
Anbernic
like,
do you have?
The RG353 PS.
Okay, because I have the
And,
35 double X. In fact, it's right here.
Let me see that guy. It's
Look at
about
that guy.
the same screen, possibly. Fuck, mine's
Yeah.
charging in the living room.
Well, mine is the old SD card. The SD card that came in, it died. So I have a new SD card, but I just need to like rip a UI into it. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, that shit's tough.
Did you guys know that
Yeah.
you could like speed up your cursor movement by holding down the left trigger?
Yes, I did.
I did not.
Pure accident.
It completely is useless because it makes the trigger, like the cursor, impossible to control. So it's like, nope. Forget that after a minute.
It weirdly reminds me of this is completely different. If you guys have played the Atari 50 collection, there's some like new reimagined games in there, and one is they have like Neo Breakout. And Neo Breakout, the left stick is you move it you can move the paddle slow, but then the right stick is you can move it fast. And it's so weird because that's the only thing that fucks me up is that occasionally the left one won't go fast enough to hit it. So then I try to do the right, but then sometimes I overshoot it. That's kind of what it reminds me of.
Yeah. There is actually multiple music tracks in this game. Did you guys change that at all, or did you just stick with the default?
I just stuck,
with the default.
I mean, it is a catchy bop.
It's no Fever.
No, it's not, but it isn't annoying to the point where you just mute the screen.
That's true. That's true. Puzzle games need good music. Otherwise, it really hurts the experience.
Yeah, nothing's worse than a puzzle game with bad music.
Oh fuck. Let me is there can we pause for just like a few minutes? I gotta go read to my kid real fast and I'll be right back. Is that cool?
Can we pause?
I don't know how on this.
Oh god.
Oh. Sorry about that little break there. We just had a little bit of minor intermission and we're back.
We all had to pee at the same time.
Yeah,
It was
we
a
did.
long pee.
We crossed the streams, so inevitable things happened.
So we had a stream going from 3 different states.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Persona 4 Golden, am I right?
Persona 4 Golden Shower.
It fits with the theme of the game.
That's true, it does.
In a sense.
The real
So, yeah.
friends are the streams we crossed along the way, they might say.
So Mahjong, it's solitaire, kind of.
Yeah, Mahjong Solitaire.
So do we have anything else to say about Mahjong, or should we move on to a reception for this game?
I mean, the game's fine. It does what it does effectively, but it definitely feels more like a PC application than like a game you would pay. That they couldn't have made this full price, could they? Like, what would this have retailed for back in '94? $30, which is still a lot of money.
Yeah, I feel like they sold this full price, but it was such a different time back then.
My goodness.
It's yeah, it can't have been more than 30 or 40 bucks. Yeah. What did 3DO games usually, were they just the standard like 60 or whatever back in the day, brand new?
I think 50 was the standard then.
Yeah, when CDs came around, that's when they started creating the standard.
Yeah, because N64 games were notably more expensive because they were cartridges, I believe.
Okay.
I think it was probably around like that 40 to 50 range. Also, though, 3DO wasn't standard at all, so the prices might have been all over the place too.
That's true. By the way, I think I just found the next game that I'll come onto this, that'll come back onto the show for. Have you done an episode on Tripped?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. Here, I'll toss you a link. That is exactly my kind of game. Just a falling block puzzle game.
I've seen this one.
I really tried with Mahjong, but holy shit! Number one, my screen was kind of small, so it was really hard to tell like which tiles with the kanji characters were.
We mentioned this game. This was made by the D team.
Oh my god, it was.
It's the one it's like the only normal game they made.
A normal game.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
It's yeah.
It's got It's
it reminds me of Wario's Woods.
Yeah, I was gonna say Wario's Woods or like Baku Baku Animal a little bit.
Yoshi's Cookie.
Yoshi's Cookie.
It's not a bad game.
Yeah, well, that'd be on for Tripped whenever we get around to it.
We'll do Tripped at some point.
Hell yeah.
I feel like at a certain point we're just gonna have to play all the 3DO games.
I mean, if we're doing Triple Threat Shanghai, I'm sure we can do Tripped.
I mean,
is that not?
There's only officially 251 3DO games, so
isn't that the point of the show, to play every game and talk about every 3DO game?
We'll probably get there eventually if we keep this going long enough.
Well, you also got to keep in mind we're eventually going to branch off and talk about 3DO's like post console life.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
we get to talk about Army Men on the N64.
Is that really a 3DO thing?
Oh yeah,
that was like their main series after they became a third-party company. Was the Army Men series?
What?
Yeah,
I'm looking it up right now.
They released like 40 games in a year.
Oh,
only like
shit.
2 of them were good.
The 3DO company. Wow, there's so many Army Men games.
There was
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Damn.
Only like a fraction of those are good.
Like my favorite one wasn't even made by them. It was made by Pandemic.
Oh yeah, RTS. That's a good game.
I love that game. I'm not an RTS guy.
Shit.
Yeah, the sneak peek for our eventual Army Men episode, but the ones that were considered good were RTS, and the Air Attack games in particular, where the scene is really good.
Well, we got to do Sarge's Heroes.
Sarge's Heroes.
Those are like the main. Those are the main ones. Those are the ones people remember.
Sarge's Heroes 1, I will give some defense to. That game held up better than I think people like to say.
It's got to play better than it does on the N64, because I had a for N64, and playing that game on that console was a miserable experience.
So I have it on the Dreamcast, and it's actually not a bad time.
Okay.
I know we're supposed to be talking about Mahjong and Shanghai and China and shit, but I didn't
What else is there to
realize
say?
I didn't realize that the 3DO company also published the Heroes of Might and Magic game. That's
So they
cool.
actually bought the creator of that series, New World Computing. 3DO also made the first, like one of the first MMOs. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it was a very early MMO.
Captain Quasar. No, I'm just joking.
I have that game.
We'll get to that one eventually.
Captain Quasar is an interesting one. Here, let me show you the cover.
Oh my god, okay.
No, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Look at that guy. Look at him.
Dude, look at that fucking chin. Holy shit. That is a man's man. Look at that guy.
Did you ever play Space Ace?
Yeah.
He looks like a character from Space Ace, doesn't he?
He does. Looks
Yeah.
like the main character when he powers up or whatever.
Yeah, like people always say, like, oh, like Gex was the mascot of the 3DO. I feel like this guy is the mascot for the 3DO.
No. The mascot for the 3DO is our bro, the Dude Meyer.
A fucking triangle. Yes, that's the main character in Icebreaker. The guy you play as, his name is Dude Meyer. That's canon.
That's cool.
Yeah, just catching up on that MMO I mentioned. It's called Meridian 59, and it was like one of the first like MMOs, and 3DO made it.
Was that before or after EverQuest?
I think around the same. It was 96.
Yeah.
So around that time.
Okay. I mean, I don't know when EverQuest came out.
So it was the first 3D graphical MMO.
Ooh. Oh, EverQuest was 99. Damn. I thought it was earlier than that.
Oh man. Go ahead.
So going back to Shanghai real quick. Reception wise, there's only really ratings for the 3DO version. All Game gave this game 3.5 stars, and Next Generation gave it a solid 3 stars.
Calling it very solitary but incredibly absorbing.
Yes,
like a sponge.
In other words, it's Mahjong. What else is there to say?
Like it's like regular solitaire, where we're so used to playing it on a computerized version that the idea of playing it in real life just seems totally weird. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever tried to play a game of solitaire, like with a deck of cards. It's weird. It's very weird.
Yeah, they don't fly towards the screen when you finish.
I don't get hints.
You don't get windows going da-da when you win.
I don't get to race horses or level up my horses or breed horses.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's a throw up. Yep. I'm not even gonna say it.
That's a great game.
Bill, do you know?
Not really.
What? Oh, he knows.
I'll leave it in the chat. The listeners will never know unless they know.
Tell us in the Discord if you know the game we're talking about.
Boom, there we go. Right in the Riverside chat.
Yeah.
Or StreamYard, not Riverside, whatever. Who cares? Yeah. Okay.
One of their better games.
What the fuck was I gonna say earlier? No, fuck. Yeah, go ahead, Bill.
So anyone else got any last things to say about Triple Threat Shanghai?
I thought I did. Fuck. Do you remember what I was gonna say earlier about like how the kanji, when you're playing on a screen that's not a fucking TV, all the kanji or characters, whatever you call them in Chinese, they all kind of look the same, and sometimes that's really hard to tell the difference between like one piece and this piece. But
this game doesn't translate well onto a flat screen.
And also, I think it's Chinese, not Japanese, because kanji is Japanese.
Oh fuck, my bad.
It's okay.
It's
to be fair, I don't know what I would use for like, oh, what's the name of Chinese characters? I have no idea. Hanzi? Is it Hanzi?
I'm not sure. Our buddies Rick or Dre could probably tell us. I know they're learning Japanese right now.
Yeah, but I'm asking about Chinese, dude.
Well,
Mandarin. We all gotta learn it one day, apparently. That's what I keep hearing from these weirdos.
I believe it kind of relates because one of the Japanese forms of characters are related to like the Chinese ones in a sense.
Oh well, yeah. Well, all the like Japan, Korea, Vietnam, like they're all basically like groups of like Chinese people who are like, fuck this, I'm going to that island over there. That's basically how Japan was formed. So, in the simplest terms.
Yeah. So, I guess now we could go to our. Any other points on graphics and sound?
No.
1994. That's all I'll say.
I want to see what the FM Towns Marty version looks like. Gotta bust out the Marty. I want to play some Shanghai before I get my bunions hosed down, Marty.
Get it out of the basement. I know it was flooded, but it's probably just fine.
We gotta save the Shanghai triple threat, Marty.
It's worth a fortune. Look at pricecharting.com.
No, it's worth about as much as like 5 boxes of hamburger helper.
That's priceless. What are you talking about?
That's true. Depends on what kind though. It's gotta be the beef pasta, the crunchy taco. Nothing else is worth it.
All right.
So this is stupid. Yes, please move us on, Bill.
So before we completely just lose it.
Before I start talking about hamburger helper.
So every game we do, we have our segment must play, okay, stay away, where we give our rating for this game. I'm curious where this one's gonna go. I believe this will be a it's okay. I mean,
yeah, that's all I got. It's fine. I wouldn't say avoid it. It's not bad, but you don't need to go out of your way to play it. But if you're one of those weirdos like us who are like, oh, what's this gotta be? Sure. Emulate it. That's what I'll say. Emulate it.
Emulate it. What about you, Aaron?
I'd also agree on okay, because it's not a game you should avoid. It's not terrible. It's playable, but it's not a game that it's not a game I would want to spend money on. Like if it was like, hey, do you want Shanghai Triple Threat, or do you want to like feed your family for a couple of days? I'm family.
Shanghai Triple Threat or Hamburger Helper? What do I choose?
Yeah, exactly.
I think out of every game we've played for this podcast so far, this has to be the most okay game I think we've ever played.
Honestly, yeah.
It's the one with the least amount of content.
Why I said that.
There's just not a lot to say.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the other games we've played, and like at least like the bad ones, we had things to. I mean, in terms of content, it's probably on par with Balls, but at the same time, this at least wasn't infuriating to play.
Yeah, at least, and like Balls not having content was criminal, but the gameplay wasn't good either. Whereas this, it's like gameplay, I don't know, it's fine, and I'm not surprised there's a lack of content in this because there's really not that much there as far as content. But what content do you need?
And I think I'm pretty sure Windows also, you mentioned, because Thrak mentioned earlier the Windows Solitaire. I'm pretty sure they also have a Windows Mahjong that you could play.
Yes,
which would be a much better, more accessible way to play Mahjong than this fucking thing.
Yeah, it's in the same app, Microsoft Solitaire and Casual Games. There's it's Mahjong, Jigsaw, Sudoku, Word Games, Gem Drop, Bubble, Jewel 2, no Jewel 1, Minesweeper, there's Jewel 1 shit, and Treasure Hunt, and then mobile games.
So
it's like a suite of like all those like games that you'd play on. It's missing 3D Spaceball Cadet. That's the only thing it's missing.
Which they're apparently trying to bring back, from what I've heard.
Yes. I want a Series X remake of that. Give me like nice ray tracing, 4K.
Oh, dude,
play that. Okay, play that beast on my Series X.
Here's a memory you've just unlocked from my mind palace. So my
no, your mind's a temple.
My aunt my aunt on my stepdad's side, she would just sit at her computer for like hours, chain smoking and playing Bejeweled and listening to that one song like Bermuda, Bahama,
Come on,
come.
pretty mama.
It would
Kokomo from the Beach Boys.
yeah, yeah, it would she would loop that song and, Ring of Fire and, like, 3 other songs. So it would be, like, 2 hours of the same, like, 5 songs looped over and over as she smokes and plays Bejeweled. Holy shit, what a life. What a
That's the most like aunt state I've ever heard in my life, you know? Like
yeah, dude.
stereotypical aunt. I don't know how you pronounce it. But yeah, that's amazing. Like you know there's Sim Ant. If they made Sim Aunt, that's what that game would be.
Dude. Yeah, I got the big old glass of tea of, I almost said sweet tea, but a big old glass of tea in, like, one of those big, like, red Pizza Hut cups. Hell yeah.
It's not in the mason jar or anything.
No, no, this was, like, fucking 97 or something.
That's amazing. I love that.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I used to play at my grandparents' house. We had the Hoyle card games, like the PC
Oh,
ones.
yeah.
Yeah, and they had like the characters where it's like, oh, the alien Roswell, or like the
Oh my fucking
like
god, I
some
gotta look this
and
up
some like
again.
dude named Jasper. And they all had like voices, and they would like talk as you would play like Go Fish or like Cribbage or whatever. You know, like my
Oh my
grandparents played
god.
that shit all the time. Like they had the discs, the whole nine, and it was yeah. I grew up playing those as well. I have fond memories of those. They even had a casino one, so I used to play like that's where I developed a love for blackjack. Was just playing that on PC over and over again.
Oh, dude. Bill, I'm really sorry for or not hijacking your show, but for like sharing so much stuff. Is it okay if I go off on like one last tangent? Is that cool? Okay. Uh, there's this new. If you listen to my show or like heard me on other shows, you know that I fucking love deck building roguelike bullshit games. There's this new one that just came out called like Balatro or Balatro. I don't know how to
Everybody's been
pronounce it.
going crazy about this game lately.
Yeah, it's
Not
a poker.
me.
It's a poker deck building roguelike, and it's so fucking fun, dude. It's so good. Take it away, Bill. Sorry.
No worries. I was just going to jokingly say that if you guys really want to play Mahjong, there's plenty of options on the Nintendo Switch, including sexy Mahjong. So
No
yeah.
way.
I'm sure
Sexy
one of like the 30 hentai games on there is Mahjong. So
I'm pretty sure one of the, or it might be a couple of the Yakuza games you can play Mahjong.
oh, that's the best version of Mahjong there is.
Yeah, you can just like find dudes playing it on the corner, and you can just like pull up a chair and play with them.
I think I would much rather play Hot Gimmick Cosplay Zhong for Nintendo Switch.
There is like so
What the hell did you just say?
It's called Hot Gimmick Cosplay Zhong for Nintendo Switch. But wait, there's also Mythology Waifus Mahjong.
let's go. Oh jeez.
Oh,
I love
dude.
Oh my god.
Sweet.
I love Nintendo's family-friendly image, and then you look at the Switch store, and it's all just degeneracy. And
This
it's
looks-
great.
Well, that started in like the Wii U era, I think.
Even
When
even the
people weren't
Wii, 'cause
because people weren't publishing games on their stuff, so they're just like, yeah, sure, whatever, we don't care.
I still remember Sexy Poker on the Wii. I mean, it's been going on for a while.
Did Honey Pop ever come to Switch?
No, that never nothing that extreme. I just remember like
That's a crime.
Sexy Poker was like you had the nurse and like the poker. Yeah, it was like a poker game with like a sexy nurse, and the more you played, the more clothes disappeared.
Oh,
Nice.
God.
Oh,
What a
dude.
time!
Oh
I
boy.
think I found the best one so far. Delicious Pretty Girls Mahjong Solitaire. $3.
Were they made of chocolate?
I don't know, but it's Mahjong Solitaire, all right. Jesus.
Oh boy. Shocker. It has a 9 out of 10 on Steam.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
Look at those
Oh.
screenshots. Oh, holy Lord.
The first
don't,
review
but
I see on
actually.
Steam is I saw boobs. I like boobs. I never played Mahjong. I learned
love how-
Mahjong. Great game.
I click on this link, and it gives me an age verification. That's lovely.
Yeah, dude.
There's this one. This guy it has 27 hours on record. He says, "I swear I only play it for Mahjong. This isn't a joke."
Sure. That's what they all say.
Oh my god, dude!
Oh.
Yes.
Yep, this is about what I expected.
This one says, "Yum yum yum, so delicious." Ooh, ooh. Oh, I hate these people.
I just click on the link and it's just anime big titty waifus, and I'm like,
Oh.
yep, that's about what I expected.
God,
We're technically associated with these people now. I don't know how I feel about this.
Mahjong pretty girls battle, dude.
Oh God.
The sad part is I know like this is something that like me and our mutual friend Chris from Novel Console would probably play. Just
Well,
for the hell of
he
it.
played that like Metroidvania. There's a bunch of boobs in it. Like if you
more
listen to
than
the
just
episode,
boob.
well,
It had
he
more
said,
than boobs.
yeah, I know. He sent me the link to the Steam thing, and I looked at it. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you playing this? He's like, dude, it's actually good. I'm like, I mean, I believe you, but this is just weird, man.
I mean,
I forget the name of that game already, but
we both play Senran Kaguya and Galgun, so
yeah. I mean, do we have much to say? We're eventually gonna have to talk about the 3DO's adult games.
yep.
There's a few of them.
Eventually we are.
And I'm gonna have to like analyze them or something. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with those.
You should do a show about the about the Amiga CD32 and how all of its games are ass.
Yeah.
Do they
The
show ass?
cast.
You don't want to talk
No,
about
they're
the
just shit.
town with no name?
Yeah, that's exactly the first one I thought about was the town
God.
with no name. Or like
Yeah,
that
I saw that
kangaroo
AVGN
one.
episode.
Yeah,
That's the game where you can like go
exactly.
you can go like try to sleep with the hooker, but if you smell like ash, she'll kick you out. So you have
Yeah,
to take a
dude.
bath first. And you can get killed in the bathtub by a random flying knife.
What
It's a
the
great game.
Dude,
the
look it up, Crack.
hell?
It's so cool.
No, I'm looking at the list of games. So I've seen some of
Oh.
that game, but I'm looking at. I'm like, I see games that I recognize from like the Jaguar on here.
That would be a hell of a podcast. The Jagcast.
I'd love to talk about the Jaguar. There's some gems on there.
The Jaguar's up there with the 3DO in terms of fascination and just like cool like games to talk about.
But I'm not
that's-
spending $400 on a console. Like those
Yeah.
prices have shot up because like homebrew's really popular on it. So
Yeah.
like I could have got one for like $60 in like the late 2000s and I didn't do it. And I do regret that.
I think I paid like 80 for mine.
I wish there was a Mahjong game with a ridiculous title like
I mean, Triple Threat Shanghai is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hamburger Helper presents Hot Waifus Nakey Time Mahjong Solitaire presented by Hamburger Helper again.
I'm already
And
predicting.
it's the mitten
Yeah,
and it has boobs on it, you know?
Oh, no. Glover, what happened?
Like and he slowly peels off one finger at a time.
Ooh. When say like peeling off a finger, like it's peeling off. Hell yeah.
Oh
Well,
my
before we completely go off the rails, Aaron,
Oh, completely, as if we're not there already.
Aaron, why don't you plug your show?
Oh shit. Yeah, if people want to hear me talk more gobbledygook and nonsense, you can go to superpodsaga.com. You can find everything there is to know about me, except for my blood type, because not even I know that. It's a secret that I'll take with me to my grave. SuperPod Saga, which I guess I should explain the show. Each episode, I and some awesome guests like Thrak and Bill, they've been on quite a few episodes. I'll always talk about a different video game topic each week, and it's just casual, laid back, goofy nonsense, and it's a great time. SuperPodSaga.com.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun.
I'll be sure to put the link for that in the description. Do you want to shout out your other show, or is that still not under wraps at the moment?
Retro Rehab is coming along. Jerry hasn't said when the first episode is coming out, but the trailer is like right smack dab on superpodsaga.com. And when the first episode comes out, it'll replace where the trailer is. So yeah,
Nice.
Retro Rehab. Me and Jerry from Super Ghost Radio, we just talk about retro video games and, and we joke around like we do any other time, and it's great. And we'd love to have both of you guys, if not one of you guys, on there. Hopefully both, and it's also a great time.
Nice. And I'll make sure to put all those links in the description. And with that, guys, once again, thank you for joining us on the 3DO Experience. You can find the 3DO Experience on all the major podcasting platforms. And you can find all of our links at linktree/thebarberwhogames. And all the episodes are available on YouTube, including a video version of this podcast, which will be releasing probably shortly before the actual podcast releases to podcast feeds. And if you guys would like, you can join us over at the GNC Podcast Network Discord server, where we can get all news on gaming and collecting, the 3DO Experience, Geek Addicts, talk gaming, anime, or just all-around nonsense. It is a fun place, and everyone is welcome. And with that, everybody, we will see you all later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
If you're not playing on a 3DO system, what are you playing with?